Hello and welcome back to my channel, The Soft Life Oracle. My name is Ariel and I will be doing your reading for you today. So today the vibe is obviously sleepy and a snuggie. Coming up at the end of the week, we have the Taurus New Moon. And my impression of the Taurus New Moon is about grounding lessons into our physical body. So recently we passed the Aquarius last quarter, and I want to say that is where some patterns were surfacing in the mental field. And now we're getting to the point where it's like, okay, well, we've identified patterns, but now we need to ground the lessons into our bodies, into our day-to-day life and like habits. So I'm going to pull some cards today, and I'm really just going to ask, like, what lessons are the collective grounding into their bodies right now? What cycles are coming to a close? All right, so let's ask the cards. Okay, I'm not surprised. I first got the Empress. Seven of Wands, reverse. Six of Cups. Nine of Wands. As I'm pulling these cards, I'm getting an energy right now, and the energy is it's like refresh. So everything is starting to feel clean, organized, and in its proper place. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So the first card we got is the Empress. So this is already giving me soft life vibes. So this is telling me that the pattern that's coming to a close is the belief that you need to work hard and grind and like prove yourself in some type of way. You were given the Seven of Wands in reverse, and I want to say this lesson that was recently passed, it's all been about not only perceiving limitations and realizing that they're not real, but also having the acknowledgement that you are capable of putting up boundaries. And I want to say that those boundaries are what's going to lead you to feeling more safe and comfortable in your environment and also with your relationships, because boundaries are sacred. So the community and relationships are being represented in the Six of Pentacles right now. And I just want to point something out really quick, which is, especially for sensitive people, there's a bit of a pattern, right, where you have a tendency to overgive. Like that would be like an imbalance of the Empress card. So you're this deep emotional well, right, like the King of Cups. And so your tendency is like, oh, I want to nurture, I want to give. But what's being said through the cards right now is you have been learning how to turn that energy in on yourself, because realizing that these boundaries are important so that you can actually maintain your connection with source and your energy. You're going through the arc of the Ace of Swords. You're learning how to put those boundaries in place so that you can feel more comfortable in your home environment. And it's saying like it's a new start with the Ace of Pentacles. It's a new start for you feeling safe and comfortable in your surroundings, in your body, and in your relationships once again. So what the Nine of Wands is saying is you felt like this goal of feeling safety and comfort and community. It always felt like out of reach for you, like out of place. What Spirit's saying right now is you're learning that that goal that you were trying to achieve, that feeling that you were trying to achieve of safety and comfort, you're now recognizing that it's coming from something else. So in the past, you thought that you had to overgive, right, to receive that like confirmation, that affirmation of love from other people. But what you're realizing is that you can turn that energy in on yourself, right? And you start surrounding yourself with people who are also able to contain and hold and nurture their own energy. So there's not a power imbalance. I'm being shown the Six of Cups right now. So this, do you see all these cups and this fawn drinking? It's saying everybody's cup is full. Everybody is in balance and harmony. You're realizing that the people who pushed back on your boundaries in the past, who got upset when you put down your boundaries, those people weren't really for you. They were using too much of your source energy. And you're going to realize, like, as you move into the future, that the people that understand how energy works and are self-sufficient and able to provide their own energy source, they're going to want you to put down their boundaries, because they know that your nervous system feeling safe allows them to feel safe in their nervous system. Okay. That message came out really fast. I'm like, what did I even just say? I'm gonna pull some cards from the herbal astrology, just some oracle cards. I think this is gonna be a short reading today. It's a short reading because this lesson has been like a long time coming. Like, you already know what I'm talking about. You've already revisited this a million times. It's not new to you, right? You're just coming to the close of the cycle of feeling like love or safety or peace is out of reach. You're realizing that it is within yourself, and you're starting to attract those bonds where people also understand the value and exchange of energy. And they don't want you to leak energy, right? They want you to be the biggest, brightest version of yourself. And they realize that everybody can feel safe when nobody is leaking energy. People are only giving energy from a place of abundance, not from a place where their well is dried up. Okay. So the first card we were given was shape-shifting, number 34. And I want to say what this represents is maybe your tendency to kind of bend yourself out of shape in the past for the people around you. And what it's saying right now with this number 3 Rosemary Ancient Memory card is this isn't just your pattern, right? This is a long-standing familiar pattern. I want to say that it's also representative sometimes of the ancestral line, specifically like female ancestral line. This tendency to overgive and to feel like you have to shape-shift in order to feel a sense of safety and peace within yourself. This number 23, the milk thistle, the peaceful warrior, that's who you're becoming. You're becoming the Queen of Swords, who isn't afraid to chop out things in their life that's no longer serving. You're not afraid to put down your boundaries. You're coming into like a healthier way that you relate to yourself and to other people around you. Maybe sometimes you felt like people are using you, maybe using you for your gifts or your energy or whatever, your attention. But now, since you are the type of person who isn't afraid to put down these boundaries, you're coming to more of a neutral stance. You're like, the person isn't good or bad. They just have energy imbalance, right? And you're able to recognize that as you're coming into balance with your own energy. I'm going to pull out the definition of this card. I'm laughing. I literally flipped to the page and it said, set your boundaries firmly and fearlessly. And this is funny because this is a new deck to me, so I don't really know all the definitions. I just like to interpret it intuitively. So it's funny to get the confirmation. So it says upright, it's peaceful, warrior, shield, truth keeper, shelter, sanctuary, safekeeping, and justice. And that's what it's saying. It's like in the past, you've represented all these things to other people, like safety, sanctuary, security, but now you're being that safety, sanctuary, and security to yourself. And I want to say sometimes when you have like healing gifts and abilities, there's this kind of toxic relationship that you can have with your gifts, which is like, oh, I have these gifts, so I have to use them, right? It's almost like I have to use them on other people. But it's just saying that being able to maintain your gifts is discernment. It's knowing when to use your energy, when to keep it to yourself, and really like respecting your own boundaries, energetic boundaries, with reverence. So it says milk thistle dispels the damaging and destructive thoughts that can induce an endless loop of self-sabotage, abandon insecurity, gossip, and fear-based protection strategies that enable frustration or a false sense of growth. Do not waste your time trying to control what cannot be controlled. Like a peaceful warrior, set your boundaries firmly and fearlessly. Like badger, milk thistle shakes up systems that hinder innovation and halts patterns and behaviors that stunt growth. Know what you are not changing, you are choosing. Okay, so I really feel like that message takes it home, because that's exactly what we were talking about. The last quarter moon in Aquarius, where the patterns are being 11:11 on the clock, where the patterns are being brought to your mind, right? And now you're grounding them into your body. I just want to do just a couple of breaths with everybody real quickly. Just a breathing practice. And the breathing practice is going to be for the purpose of grounding this new way of living into your body. So close your eyes or lower your gaze. Feel your energy drop into your root chakra. We're taking the energy right now that has been buzzing around in the mind, and we're bringing it down through the root chakra and into the earth. Imagine yourself as a tree, rooted into the earth. You're using the stability of Mother Gaia. When you're rooted into the earth, when you feel safe, stable, and secure, then like a tree, you are able to reach out and extend and connect with other people and even the ethers. But it is essential that you are first rooted in your body, which is your connection to the earth. Only when you're rooted can you interpret and download all the messages and integrate them into your nervous system. This is why it's important to give yourself plenty of time to integrate these messages into your nervous system, okay? We're going to take 3 deep grounding and integrating breaths. Breathing in and out with a sigh. Breathing in slowly. Extending the exhale. As you breathe out, I want you to visualize the energy moving from your crown and third eye into your root. Last breath, breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this short practice today, the short reading. I hope that this helps you ground your lessons into the Taurus New Moon. I will see you next Monday for another moon-based reading. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. I love you so much.